great day today. Today we're going to be tackling some of our foods that we can meal prep beforehand that helps make, when we go to attempt making breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you know, you got to do that all week long, a little bit easier. So I went to the store yesterday and I was able to pick up a bunch of fresh fruits and vegetables, dairy, things like that, things that we were completely out of because I haven't gone shopping since December. We did hit our discount store and you saw that I did that, but that was just kind of extras to see what they had, see if I can base my meals off of what I got down there. And I did get a lot of things to fill in, which was really good, but then I'm like, I need to get some fresh fruits and veggies. So we've got that because we finished up the last bit that we had in our refrigerator. I'm like, it's time to go shopping. So today's going to be a bunch of prep. I've got hamburger. I've got to cook my hamburger and get that going, add all my veggies to it. And then we've got to make some refried beans because I have no refried beans at all in my freezer. So you're going to see how I do that. And then I've just got to like prepare and wash and clean off, you know, all the veggies and fruit because I've got a busy week this week. So I'm going to kind of prepare everything and get it all ready so that when mealtime comes, it's really easy to put together, bring it out of the refrigerator because it's already washed and cut up and I don't have to worry about that step on the veggie prep. So you guys ready to get going with our day? All right, let's get going with our day. Let's start on some wonderful meal preps that's going to help my life go a whole lot easier, and hopefully you'll see some inspiration and you will do that in your home. I've got my 2 big things of hamburger in my pot here, so we're gonna let that cook down. We're gonna chop up some veggies, add to it, and it's gonna be all delicious. Then what I'm going to do next is put some dried pinto beans into my pressure cooker, let it pressurize, and then just do like a slow release, and then that way I'm going to turn this into refried beans. I just puree them in my food processor and they taste delicious. I think that some of you have said to add bacon grease to your refried beans. I might do that because I'm going to be doing bacon, so we're just going to see how that works. We might do that. All right, this is my bacon. I had frozen before Christmas. Remember, I had to put it in a glass dish here just to make room in my freezer. I'm just gonna put the paper right on my cookie sheet because a lot of you told me I can do that, and that makes it so much easier. Oh my goodness, that was all sticking together. I think I ended up folding over the paper and sticking it in this pan. That's why it was such a mess, but let's just bake it. That's all we gotta do and it'll be good. All right, the meat is cooking away here, almost done. Look at that, all good. I like to puree a bunch of vegetables together and add it to my mixture. So I have a lot of these carrots here, and these were just long ones that are just gonna go bad, so I'm gonna put them in the food processor. I'm gonna put a bag of onions in here, some fajita mixture that I have, and then also in my freezer I've been keeping leftover vegetables like mushrooms and different peppers I chopped up, and we're just gonna put those in the food processor, process them all up, and then add them to the meat. That's a great way to get extra nutrients into your mixture, and it tastes great. This is my 2 for $1. I got the super greens from the discount store. Just grind them all up and add it to the meat. Adds lots of extra nutrition. All right, by now, my entire house smells like meat. Poor Maxine is going crazy because she's like, what is all this delicious smelling meats in the air? So do this once. Your house will smell like it and you won't have to worry about it anymore. As you can see, we chopped up all these veggies. These are all just vegetables. Probably most people would throw them away. Those little bit of carrots, people would just pitch them. The salads, if they didn't eat, they would just pitch them. But I am just gonna grind everything up and add it to my meat mixture. That is just adding a whole lot of nutrients that are just added to it. And when I go to make a spaghetti or a casserole, you can just add the meat and it already has the veggies into it. What I do for my refried beans is I just take the beans right out of the pressure cooker here and puree them up. So somebody said to use like the bacon fat, but I didn't really have a whole lot extra when I was baking that today. So that's something you add to it, or salt. I just do it with this, and my kids eat it plain. They don't even add anything to it. I'm gonna get some eggs cooking here. I like to put these in my pressure cooker. This I found is the easiest way to make hard-boiled eggs. You can do them in your air fryer. I have done it. You can boil them on the stove in a pot of water, good old-fashioned way. For myself, I don't know, I feel like I'm a good cook. For some reason, eggs just do not peel really well. I don't know if it's the altitude or what here, but in the pressure cooker, for the most part, these turn out perfectly fine. Now, when I had to make a bunch for a big party, I was like, the pressure was there, and then like I kept messing them up, and they were like sticking, and I was like, no, but 98% of the time, these turn out just fine. Now that I've got my hamburger mostly prepped, and then I'll just throw that into recipes that I'm gonna have. And then bacon if we need to throw it in there. The other thing we're gonna have is some chicken. So I just bought a big bag of chicken breast tenderloins. What I'm gonna do is cook a big batch of this on our smoker. Not until it's overdone, just till it's done, so it's not hard and dry. And then I can use it in recipes over that week. And so I'm just gonna take a huge bottle of Italian dressing and marinade. I'm gonna open this bag up, pour it in here, and just let this sit. I'm gonna put it in my refrigerator because I'm gonna cook it on the smoker this week. So this is just an easy way to take and marinate your chicken. It makes it soft, it makes it flavorful, and it's simple and easy in an inexpensive way. Okay, I actually have to put something together. We are actually having some friends this week for dinner, and these people have special dietary restrictions. So I have to do gluten, dairy, and soy-free. Now, if you want to see what meals we end up making, watch Friday's video. I will show you everything that we're gonna make all week long that is gluten, dairy, and soy-free. So I actually did the Walmart grocery pickup. Well, when you're looking online and looking at the bottles of food, you can't see every ingredient on most of their pictures. So I actually ordered zesty Italian dressing, and I was gonna, to marinate the chicken in, and I looked on the back of it and it says soybean oil. So I was like, oh. And that was after, of course, I poured it into the big giant bag of chicken. So thankful I have more chicken in my freezer. So I am actually gonna make one little bag here of just soy-free marinade. I only have to do it for 2 of the people that are coming. So I'm just gonna mix together in my bag here a little bit of olive oil. There's not any exact measurements. It's gonna be basically half a cup of olive oil, half a cup of vinegar. I'm gonna do a couple tablespoons of lemon juice, a little bit of fresh garlic, oregano, basil, chopped onion, and then salt and pepper. And just, this will be the same kind of marinade as the dressing. It just won't have that soy in it. It'll make me feel a whole lot better. So that's why we're doing something separately. And give it a little taste test, and you can see what you need to add more of. So I just need a little bit more vinegar in there, a little bit of lemon. This is perfect. All right, after about 5 minutes of your eggs sitting there, it's time to get them into some ice. So just sit there and do a quick release on your steam vent. Make sure you move it away from under the cabinet so it doesn't get into the wood and make it moisture. And then I just pour ice on top. I don't put any water, and just let that set when I can get to it. That way I can work on something else. Notice that I'm cleaning up as I go. This prevents having to do a ton of dishes in the sink. So I'm just rinsing off this pressure cooker lid. It didn't get dirty, nothing touched it, just the steam. Rinse it with hot water, wipe it if you need to, and then put away the bottom into your cupboard, and you're all done. Okay, we're gonna let these eggs sit. While those eggs are cooling, let's start working on some fruit and veggie prep. So whenever you get bananas, I always get bunches of bananas. We get tons. So if you put them into the, fruit bowl basket, if you have a fruit bowl basket, I got these from one of my viewers. What happens is the kids go up and kind of break off the banana. Well, then they like squish the banana top, or it gets, peels the second one. Then you've got all the gross little fruit flies coming. So if you peel them all up individually, place them in the bowl, this helps them last longer because everybody can just go up and grab their own individually. The other ones ones are still pretty green, so we won't put these in there, but this will be a nice start for putting fruit out. And we also have lots of oranges and lemons here and apples to snack on. I've got the tiny little, what are those, tangerines? I'm gonna leave these in my refrigerator. Some people like to put them on their countertop. Myself, I don't know, just down south I found that they last longer being in the refrigerator. So we keep all of our fruit in there. It just makes it, I think, taste good. Those are good. So now I've got some grapes, so I think I'll wash up the grapes and get those ready. All right, we're gonna wash our grapes up next. The great thing is you can just move your eggs to the other side of the sink and they can just continue to sit until I'm ready to do that. Normally I like red grapes. I've never bought black ones, but when I went to place my order for Walmart and Sam's Club only gave me, they would only let me order black ones, and Walmart substituted. I'd ordered 3 things of green and they substituted a black one, so they taste sweet. I just have never had them. So we're just gonna rinse all these off so we can put them in a big bowl. Normally I would not wash my grapes and get them all ready, but I'm, like I said, trying to make my week easy because we are going to be having guests. So I'm just going to pull all these off as much as I can, place them in the bowl here, and do the same thing with the green grapes. So we'll focus on eating these up in the beginning of the week and then save like the oranges and bananas for the end of the week. All right, grapes, crazy. The price for these green grapes, I think they were about $6 a bag. Yeah, they were a lot. And the black ones were like $5 for that big giant container. So it was like $6, $7 for like a tiny of a half bag of the green grapes. Not good, and they're not very good. So I'm like, the purple ones were a whole lot, or black ones were a whole lot easier and harder to pull off. They wanted to stick to their stem. I know they're tiny. That's not in season. They're coming from another country, but it works. I'm just put these in a container. Probably a Ziploc bag. I don't have a ton of plastic containers, which, you know, it's always good when you have to do a lot of veggies. So I'll just put them in plastic bags, then rinse them out another day to reuse. My blueberries, I'm just going to keep these in a container because I don't have any other plastic containers. I feel like they'd be better in a container like this versus a bag. So this will be good. We'll pull it up for breakfast one day. All right, now all my fruit is done now. So that's the only thing I have for fruit. The apples will eat whole. Oranges will be whole. That's all I have to worry about. So now let's peel these eggs and get them done, and then we'll move on to veggies. All right, let's rinse off our vegetables, and then I'm just gonna kind of chop them up and put them in bags so we can use them for different recipes. I just realized they did not give me my cucumbers that I ordered from Sam's Club. I'm like, ugh. So that's okay, we'll just use what we have. I'm gonna chop up some of these peppers. I'm gonna just slice some for eating, but for the most part, I'm gonna chop them up for recipes. All right, last week we made that lentil rice casserole. We have a lot of it left over. I was like, oh my goodness. So I'm gonna make some into, just wrap them in tortillas and I'm gonna freeze them. That way we can thaw them and have them for lunch because they do love them, but we're gonna have some other things this week.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know if I will ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my...
All right, so another thing we had a lot of leftover was black beans and rice. We just had other things this weekend. We actually got some food to eat out one of the days, and then we had a lot of the other stuff to eat. So there wasn't a whole lot of eating rice going on, but that's okay because the rest of the rice that you didn't see me scoop out, I just put that in a bowl. We're gonna heat that up today for our lunch and eat that. But what I'm gonna do with these, I'm gonna make rice bowls with them. Like I don't usually buy rice bowls, but remember that one I did buy? You probably don't remember, but it was a protein rice bowl. And it was like $1 and I got it and I was like, this stuff is like simple ingredients. And so all it is like cooked grains with some veggies in there. And so I was thinking about it, I'm like, well, let me put these in sandwich bags and then I'll put it inside a big bag here and freeze it. Now when I go to make it, I can just take one of these out. You just heat it up in the microwave. Now I can put onions and peppers that I chopped up today. And I can also add canned garbanzo beans, salsa, any kind of things that I want to add to the bowl to eat. And I'm like, that would make a very simple, easy, delicious, healthy lunch. So we're gonna put these in the freezer so we can take them out for lunches when we want them. One of the last things I'm gonna do is do sweet potato fries. Now this is something, I'll probably do little diced pieces. I might. We're gonna be having these for dinner, the gluten, dairy, soy-free dinner. Sweet potato fries are a great thing you can do. So I'm just gonna peel these, chop them, and then let them sit in water and then put them in my refrigerator because we're gonna make them for a meal later on today that I will show you on Friday. So let me peel these and get these ready.
You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high, even if the sky is falling down. Jumping from cliffs so high, trusting our wings to fly. Sometimes we cry.
All right, so we've got all of our veggies and everything prepped for the week. So we've got them all in here, which is gonna be good. We've got our onions and our peppers all chopped up. These are gonna be for burgers tonight. I've got some asparagus we're gonna cook as well. The fruit, the eggs, these I'm gonna cook today in the air fryer. There's our grapes back there. I put our veggies all chopped up in here. That's perfect. And then also I have our chicken right here, prepared, ready to roll. Some turkey sausage we're gonna have. This is all ready, good. I got my bacon back there. Here's my meat. This is my old one I took out and thawed it, so we can use this week for some ground beef. The rest I put in the freezer and it's frozen solid to use within the next month. So this is it for good veggies already prepped, ready to go. All right, so that's my meal prep for the week. I've got all my veggies and everything prepared. When you buy a lot of veggies like that, it's good to get them all cleaned up and washed up and chopped up for the week so that you're ready to go. Like I said, we're gonna eat our grapes first because those are gonna go bad, and then you move your down onto the ones that are gonna last. Like bananas probably will go a little bit longer, and oranges and apples will last for a lot longer in your refrigerator. So we'll use them up that way. If I had cucumbers, which I don't, we would eat those at first and then focus more on the peppers and then go from the carrots and the celery, which will last a whole lot longer down the line there. So, but everything's chopped, ready to go. Meals are going to be prepared this week. I will share with you on Friday. I'm going to do a whole week's worth of meal conglomeration of everything we ate this week, because we are doing gluten, dairy, and soy-free for this week. Not specifically, as I just added a bottle of Italian dressing to the chicken that had soy in it. So, but I will give you the alternative that we're going to be serving. So if you ever had to make a dinner, and this will be some easy ways that you can adapt them for your guest. So, all right, so I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope that you have a fantastic rest of your day. And I'm going to see you again tomorrow with another video. So for those of you that want to stay, I'm going to read our psalm for the day, and you can stay, and if not, you can go, and you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, bye. For those of you that want to stay, we're going to read Psalm 12. God, a helper against the treacherous. Save and help and rescue, Lord, for godly people cease to be. For the faithful vanish from among the sons of men. They speak deceitful and worthless words to one another. With flattering lips and a double heart they speak. May the Lord cut off all flattering lips, the tongue that speaks great things in boasting. Who have said, with our tongue we will prevail? Our lips are our own. Who is Lord and master over us? Because of the devastation of the afflicted, because of the groaning of the needy. Now I will arise, says the Lord. I will place him in the safety for which he longs. The words and promises of the Lord are pure words, like silver refined in an earthen furnace, purified 7 times. You, O Lord, will preserve and keep them. You will protect him from this evil generation forever. The wicked strut about in pompous self-importance on every side, as vileness is exalted and baseness is prized among the sons of men. Do you ever feel that way sometimes? Do you ever feel like there's the people have ceased away, that the wicked are all around you on every single side, and everything bad is looking like it's getting exalted, and the principles and morals of the Lord are just getting washed away? Ugh, I know you can feel those in your own personal life, and I know you can feel them in our world right now. So, but we're gonna keep looking. We're gonna keep looking, because tomorrow's gonna have a little prayer for help and trouble. So you keep watching, keep sticking in that word. Just know that you're not alone in the world and what you do. You're not alone in your home, in your marriage, in your town, in your state, your country, in our world. We're all together, right? We're all together, praying together, seeking the face of God, so we can rise above all these things. That's why we're reading this, so we don't have to get depressed and we don't have to get down when those times arise. So, all right, have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow. All right, bye.